What is going on, everybody? You already know it is Wednesday night. It is 9:30. It's prime time. My name is Paul Spencer. That is the technical difficulty showstopper, Dave Yarnell. Dave, what's going on, brother?
Not much, big man. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Had a little technical difficulties on there, something with the microphone on your part. But hey, listen, we're back. I hope this doesn't lead into Sunday night because we don't need any technical difficulties on the field this week, Dave.
That is so true. I'm sorry, everybody. About 10 minutes later, the show started. It's kind of my fault, so I apologize.
It's all good. That's why we're out of the box, man. Anything goes. Live stuff happens, and hey, we deal with it. That's how we are, brother. We ain't perfect. We don't claim to be, but hey, the show must go on no matter what, brother.
The show always goes on.
You already know. Hey, Dave, listen, man. Last week we came off another home victory here, looking good, of course. But Dave, this week, man, this is for round two, Dave. Round one, we lost. Played 58 minutes of great football, lost in the last 2 minutes, Dave. On our part, basically, but. New week, new scheme, new team, basically, Dave. So round two is here, Dave. Sunday Night Football, brother.
Yeah, it's round two. I saw the Eagles got a little problems here with the 49ers, and let's hope that continues with us coming this Sunday night. It's revenge time. It's definitely revenge time, and it's time to show up. And our record at home has been pretty good.
Hey, we're basically unblemished at home, Dave. We're playing great football at home. When we're on turf, Dave, we play a lot better. We already know that. We're a faster team. We play more physical ball. I don't know if it's the field, of course, the home atmosphere, but going back to the last game with the Niners here, Dave. The Eagles and the Niners here. A lot of people are I understand it, but I don't want to hear excuses because yes, they played 3 games in 15, 18 days like we do. We do it every year, but Niners had 10 days off. It was there a little bit of lack of energy there going on that part. But, hey, we handled business with the Seahawks, a great team as well, too, that could run you out of the building. It was a shootout, but I don't think that's an excuse. Do you, Dave?
No, not at all. Not at all. No, I don't. It's this, you play the schedule, you play who's in front of you. That's just the way it goes sometimes. That just well as I do.
Agreed.
But going back to that Seahawks game, yeah, they gave us problems too. Geno Smith played very well, and we had your guy on during the pregame show, if you remember, and he said that the Seahawks do play good under the lights. Well, they did prove that on Thursday night. They played very well, but we did hang in there, and Dak played outstanding, and let's hope he continues on Sunday night.
Yeah, going back to the last game, Dave, the 3 games we lost this year, of course, I'm not going to get into all of them. The Cardinals game I don't even want to talk about.
Yeah.
The Eagles game, of course, and the Niners game we lost. But, Dave, what is it when we lose games, what is it when the Niners play a hat trick, with us? Kittle got a hat trick, okay? And Metcalf, a hat trick.
Yeah.
What is it? It's like one person we can't stop, and it goes to me like you can take away the best wide receiver, but you have other people. But why can't you take away one wide receiver, Dave? Metcalf. I understand he's a beast. I understand that.
He's good. He's good. I mean, he's just he's outstanding. This is bad coverage too. You know that. I mean, sometimes that happens.
Yep. And he says the Niners game of Samuels was impossible to stop. Yeah, he was a beast. I mean, it's.
It was funny, not to cut you off, but guy that I see every day, he comes up and he goes, I just got a text message. I said, what? He goes, Debo scored again. I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah. Eddie checking in. He was like, yeah, Samuels was impossible to stop. Hi, hello, Paul. Again. Yep. Eddie just checked into the college show. Appreciate that, brother. What's up, Dave? He says as well.
What's up, Ed? What's going on, man?
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I understand there's a blueprint thing, Dave. We always call, watching film of other teams. But you know what? To me, the way I look at this is the Niners-Eagles match up very well. It's who shows up, scheme-wise, chess versus checkers, okay?
Yeah.
Same thing with us,
Right.
But I don't believe in that blueprint because, honestly, the Niners are up and down. We see when Debo's out. We see when CMC's out. They're a different team. When they're healthy, I don't think you can compare for this team because you have Debo in the slot, on the outside, Kittle anywhere you want as well. And when they run motion with Debo in the backfield with CMC and a fullback, that's scary to prepare for, Dave.
Well, their coach is very good. He's a very good. He's a very good offensive mind coach. We know that. And they're tough to stop. I mean, they're just. Hey, Adam, what's up, man? Thanks for checking in. They're just good. I mean, when it was funny how the first quarter Eagles got in the red zone twice and they couldn't put 7 on the board. And that's when I knew right there. I said Purdy's got to get started, and once he got started, it was tough. He was on.
Yeah,
He's
you got to
definitely
score. You
one.
got to score points against the better teams. I mean, when I watched that game, Dave, the first 2 drives, I'm like, okay, Eagles look good from the 20 to 20. When they get down the red zone,
Mhm.
it's field goals. What you're settling for. I thought we were watching Dallas for a while, Dave, because we know we're a 20-point
I
team. You
I
know.
did too, Paul. Honestly, I thought it was the same situation. You know, it's funny. I actually went back today and I watched our game back. It was actually week 5. We
Mm-hmm.
played the 49ers, if you remember correctly. And you know who killed us that game? Kittle.
You know, he had 3
Kittle
touchdowns. Yeah, hat trick. Yeah.
destroyed us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny how Kittle killed us and Debo killed them. You know, it
Yeah.
was like, you know.
Yeah, I
So
mean that's the thing. I mean, there is a blueprint, Dave. You know, schematically wise, you can watch film and take away their best player. But let's move on for this game here, Dave. I mean, this is the biggest game of the week here. You know, of course, on
oh,
NFL roster this week, but bigger reasons, Dave. This playoff implications. I know it's still early. We still have the Bills coming up, the Dolphins. You know,
yeah,
we still have a juggernaut coming up there, Dave. We do have
we
that.
do. No
But
doubt.
let's take care of what we have here today. Now, Dave, I want to ask you really quick. Based on so far, the Eagles just picked up Shaquille Leonard, of course. But
Yeah.
I want to say this. I'm going to say my thing, but I want to hear how you think about this. He was released by the Colts for a reason. 2 back surgeries, number 1 and number 2, right there. The Colts released an all-pro linebacker. There's got to be a reason that he's missed a step. He's not what he used to be, Dave. They gave away money to get rid of him, number 1. Okay, so he's not that A1 lister.
Was it
Lost Dave.
18, 19, something like that?
What's that?
18, 19 mil, something like that?
Yeah, they paid money to get rid of him, Dave. You know, bought him off basically. But my thing is, what good is he going to? He's better than the linebackers that they have right now, the Eagles roster. Of course, I get that. But what is he going to be? He's not going to be the all-pro Shaq Leonard out there that we're going to see this week. So there's still that opportunity in the middle with, our Ferguson, a Shoemaker. The running game could be outside lanes because he's not going to be the most physical guy out there, Dave. What do you think?
We have another guy coming back off the IR too.
Oh, who do we have, Dave?
Hendershot's back.
Yes, he is back this week. I don't think he's going to get a lot of looks this week, Dave, coming off the injury. This is going to be a physical game unless they go to personnel. But I'll tell you what, I really want to see him this week, Dave, but man, I'm not going to knock Shoemaker because he's playing some Jason.
Oh, no, Shoe's been playing awesome. And so, of course, our tight ends have been hey, Eileen, thanks for checking in. Yep. Our tight ends have been really good. I mean, Fergie's been great. Sheen's been great. And having Hendershot, it can't hurt. Come back.
No, I'm not saying it would hurt, Dave. I mean, listen, the hell, if it happens, dude, I'll like last year, Dave, we ran 13 personnel and we ran a jet sweep to the tight end and scored last year. I don't care if it works because, Ferguson, Shoemaker, and Hendershot, hey, listen, you got 600 pounds on the line.
The more the merrier. Yeah. But going back to your question with Shaq Leonard, it's funny. He just got there, right? Mm-hmm. He just got there, and how quick can he learn this defense within what 3 or 4 days? It's gonna be that's not gonna be easy. I mean,
you're physical, of course, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You're probably going to practice 4 times this week. Once a walkthrough. So, I mean, it's a different verbiage. Plus being out, Dave, almost, a half a year already being out,
All right, what he didn't play like 3 weeks, 2 weeks, whatever it was?
Basically, yeah. Mm-hmm. Basically,
yeah, I mean, and you decide, you sat there and you went to one team, you went to the other team, you didn't make your decision until Monday. You said you're going to do it over the weekend. You waited till afternoon and Monday to make a decision. Where we all thought 90% of us thought he was going to Dallas, and then he changes his mind and goes to Philadelphia. Well, kind of funny how that worked out.
I figured he wasn't coming to us because it's always usually the first guy. It's a playing factor. Like, Dave, you know what? You're auditioning for another network. They're going to offer you $1 million. Then you're going to go to another network and say, hey, they offered me 1. How about you give me 1.1? That's what they look at too. Of course, right. It's usually the second guy, third guy that gets the pick. But I don't think he's going to be he's going to be a factor this week, Dave. Anything is better than what they have. A Morrow, of course.
Is Cunningham still there? Is he hurt?
He's questionable. He's listed as questionable, but it's early, Dave. It's only Wednesday, of course.
Yeah, it's only Wednesday. That's true.
But I mean, if he plays, it's arguably be better for the Eagles defense in the linebacker position. But technically, schematically, fundamentally, and I want to say more schematically, I don't think he's going to be up to 100%. Playing. He hasn't played basically in 4, 5, 6 weeks, Dave. Honestly,
something like that.
So like coming from high school to pro here, the level's a little bit different. And timing, you got to get your feet wet before you jump in a game, brother.
This is true. I hear you. I just want to see. I want to see. I mean, it's been funny how we've been putting up major points at home. I hope it continues.
Dave, averaging 39 points a game at home, brother.
It's insane, Paul. It's insane.
You go from 39 to 26, I believe, on the road. That's a huge difference.
Yeah, big difference. Absolutely.
And that's why I think we play better on turf, Dave. I think that's what it is.
Well,
I mean,
it's funny. Do you realize we're 14-0 at home, Paul?
I know.
Does that scare you?
Yeah, definitely over a year. Like we're talking like Roman Reigns here, wrestling, championship reign here. Like how long it's been. You know what I mean? Last time we lost at home here, Dave. But
Roman.
But I mean, this game, Dave, is huge because, like I said, we play better on turf, man, and we got to get 1-2 seed because the 1 and 2 teams get that home field advantage until you play number 1 if you're 2. But there's a difference when we play, outside of Dallas, Dave. There's a total difference of what we look like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I totally agree. Well, a lot of teams don't play. I mean, normally we actually play well on the road, but lately we haven't. I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of our tougher games have been on the road too, Dave. You think about it, with Dallas's schedule. I don't want to blame the schedule or anything, but playing at home, there's this different atmosphere. And I'll tell you what, Dave, watching it, I don't get the same telecast as you guys get, but when I watch the game, I listen to the crowd. I pump up the crowd noise so I can hear it on the big screen. And I tell you what, Dallas's crowd this year is more hyped up than last year. Last year was just like a lackluster, like, hey, first down. Now this year, I could hear freaking the grandma, and grandpa screaming, let's go Dallas. You know what I mean?
Well, I think the offense is playing much better. Dak's playing a lot better. His interceptions are definitely down this year. Our running game, he have 6. I mean, and he had 3. And in fact, he had 3 against the 49ers alone, if you remember correctly.
Yeah.
But I think our running game's a lot stronger. Our offense and Shots is calling a very good offensive game. Mm-hmm. And our defense, our linebackers, there's still cracks in there that I'm not liking that. But other than that, it's pretty good. That's
the thing that scares me, Dave. And you know what? It's like I said, it's going to be a chess match this week. Adam Glenn checks in. He says 14-1 after this week. We'll see, brother. We'll see around 11 o'clock Sunday night. We'll see. We'll see if it's either 15-0 at home or 14-1.
14-1.
But Dave, that plays in a great factor. What you said there. Our linebacker play isn't the greatest. Of course, we lost LVE. Overshawn's out for the season, early preseason. Marquise Bell's a good player. Parsons can play linebacker as well. We're good at linebacker position. But, Dave, if the Eagles go back true Eagles football, I don't understand why they don't run the ball. I'm not going to put in Sirianni's ear and say, hey, run the ball. This week, I don't want to see it happen this week. But if they run the ball, Dallas can be ran on, Dave. They can be ran on between the tackles.
Yeah, they can. We've seen that from time again. Actually, did you see what the fans did today at the NovaCare complex?
No, I was busy all day today.
They put a sign in front of the NovaCare complex. Big sign says "Run the ball." I was like, great.
Hey, I mean, we're fine there. Yeah. I mean, Devon Clark's playing wide. We can play wide side linebacker. Marquise Bell. They're playing good ball. But the Eagles can run the ball at the middle. And with that offensive line, they're top 3 in the NFL in running. If they ran the ball, arguably they could be number 1. Probably behind like a CMC, with the Niners there as well. But if they run the ball, it could be a blessing for them, and it could be, a bugaboo for us because we've given up a lot of yards on the ground, Dave. To lesser.
I mean, we can stop the run. We've done it. It's not going to be easy, but we can do it. I need big play by I need Parsons to step up this week. That's what I'm looking for. I think this is a big game for him, to be honest with you.
You know what? I think he's not. I think he's going to be a big factor this week, Dave. But I don't think he's going to get like the stat sheet. This week we always look at Parsons saying, "Oh, he needs to get pressure. He needs to get that sack." I don't think he's going to get a sack this game, honestly, because of the fact that they're going to double team him. They're going to double team him, and it's all going to come down to who Dan Quinn is going to put in that blitzing category. Who is he going to bring off the ball? It possibly could be a Marquise Bell off the ball. It could be like a Deron Bland coming off safety blitz. I think it's going to be a lot of assists for Micah Parsons this week.
Well, we saw in the end of the Seahawks game, in the end of I guess it was 5-6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Guess who who stepped up that day, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Jay Lou himself.
Yeah, finally, Dave. I went to a Walmart today. I thought he was still going to be on a milk carton.
We saw a Jay Lou sighting, Paul. I don't know.
Hey, I guess every dog finds a nut once in a while, right? Because he finally found one on the field.
This is true.
He says, has Swift woken up from that hit he took? That was a vicious hit, man.
That was a vicious hit. Oh my God, that was nasty.
I'm listening to a lot of podcasts, Dave, and you know what? I keep everything real. We keep it real here, and I heard a lot of podcasts from Philadelphia people all the way up until, freaking nosebleeds up in Alaska. They said that it was a ill-advised hit. No, that's bullshit. It was a clean hit.
It was a clean hit. It
My
was
thing is
nothing but clean.
when you're down 20 points in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes left, why do you have your stud running back in the game, number one?
Well, I get that, but what I couldn't understand is Mr. Wonderful Hurts gets the concussion protocol thing, and then he comes back into the game. Why? What was the point of that? I don't get that.
You know what? It is what it is, Dave. I mean, I've seen a lot of games too where, you get hit with a concussion protocol. You go under the tent, the medical tent. I understand that. That's where it happens first. That's phase one. If they feel that they have to go back there or whatever, I think honestly, maybe with an IV, maybe he got a quick IV because it was pretty damn quick that he got it. But
I thought Mariota was going in right away because I saw him go into the tent or into the locker room. I'm thinking, okay, here comes Mariota. I'm thinking, and then all of a sudden he came back in. I'm like, what?
Yeah, to me, that's where, if it was a medically I want to say medically advised concussion protocol, that's bullshit. Number one, because if you're assumed you have a concussion, there's phases of that where you come out of the game,
Sure.
You have to go to the medical director on the sidelines. He says, okay, yes or no. But Dave, that wasn't even a 2-minute swing there. Where
I know it was so fast. It was so fast.
I think the concussion protocol is a little bit different in that case. I have no idea, but hey, listen, he came back. I give him credit for coming back. He ran the ball. He took, to get some good runs as well. After that, he's a great quarterback. But Eddie says as well that was a clean hit. Of course,
Eddie, it was such a clean hit. Absolutely.
It's to me what I call is fundamental football, man. You put your shoulder pad and the dude's right in his rib cage, maybe a little bit higher, right above the chest plate there. Clean hit. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Eddie actually makes up a great point. It could have been just his ankle.
Who Hurts?
Hurts.
I don't think so. No.
I don't know because he was a little bit like gingerly. You know what I mean?
Maybe, but it was. But he did run. But he did run into the tunnel though. It's not like he was, he wasn't limping into the tunnel. He ran into the tunnel. I watched. I saw.
Yeah. I mean, give him credit. He came back. Adam says, Paul, you called to get ready for Swift. Hey, listen, he better shake the cobwebs off first. You know what I mean? Before he comes back in the game here. But, I don't like a wish injury on any player, and especially DeAndre Swift. I've met him quite a few times. My son is a great friend of his as well. They played both at St. Joe's Prep together. Great kid, great family. So I wish him well, not this week.
He definitely runs hard. I'll give him that.
He does. But, I want to ask you a question, Dave, real quick. With DeAndre Swift, why don't the Eagles run the ball up the middle?
I don't know.
What they can?
I can't answer that. I think that's their offensive coordinator. I think he likes to throw the ball.
And he says DeAndre who? Yeah, I mean
exactly.
His size, mobility wise, he should be something different. I don't know if the Eagles are not using him between the tackles, but I tell you what, I watch a lot of the Eagles games, of course, as we all do. But to me, I know Jeff Stoutland, the offensive coach, the offensive line coach, is a great offensive line coach. I'm not going to take anything away from him. But my thing is, when I watch these Eagles play, when they do, the brotherly love shove, whatever everybody calls, I still call it the bush because I'm a Notre Dame fan.
I just call it quarterback sneak. That's just me. Yeah. But what do I know?
I'm just bush because that's what originally started. That's how Notre Dame lost with Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart. But my thing is, when I watch them, they're off the ball so fast. And when I watch the RPO happen with, Kelsey, I watch Lane Johnson, I watch all these, offensive linemen coming off that ball the Eagles do. I don't understand why they can't run block the same way they pull guards and tackles. I just don't get it, Dave. I don't know
what it is. Either.
If they could run that same kind of progression with, Kelsey coming off the edge and kicking out the defensive end and the hole is right there. I don't understand why they don't run the ball, but hey, listen, whatever you're doing, keep it up because it seems to benefit our factor.
Did you notice though in the 49er game, they did a lot of slants with AJ Brown, and he was that slant across the middle. They were doing that a lot, and the 49ers couldn't stop it for a while.
That's the thing. I mean, that's the thing. That's where the chess match comes into play because that's to me is number one, great play calling. Setting up a play first, Dave, but it's always the quarterback who can check down that wide receiver and say, hey, listen, you got the extra guy coming out of the box here. What we call is a hot route. Of course, you know that. The hot route is a slant route. It's your safety beater. If I got, twins left, twins right, whatever, and I see a safety come down, he's coming in the box. That's why I love hearing Dak, here we go. He calls that, he sees it, and it's always the second or third, here we go. Okay, here we go. Okay. He sees what he sees. Jalen Hurts does the same thing. He sees the progression. He says, okay, Dave's coming in the box here, looks at AJ. It might just be one of these, pick the booger, whatever, check here. I got to shave one of these moments, that's sign. And it's just like, okay, run the slant. Here it comes quick. That's what to me is great about, quarterbacks play.
I mean, and the 49ers couldn't stop that. I mean, all day long, that was working, and they went away from it. I don't know why.
Well, I mean, if you watch all those plays, Dave, that's when the safety actually stays 5 or 6 yards off the ball. When my quarterback up here, if I see a safety or a line, a corner, a linebacker, which is a mismatch to me anyway, if I see my wide receiver, on the line of scrimmage, you're 6 yards off. You know what, Dave? I'm going to say like this: hey, slant route all day. It's a 3-yard slant. You know what? Hey, if I'm running full speed to you, Dave, it's harder for you to catch back up to my wide receiver in space, right?
So then I saw it with the 49ers. We're doing it with Debo all day long, and then next thing you know, bang, he's gone.
And the thing is, what does Debo do best in motion? When he runs in motion and he's going, he's like not Tyreek's speed, but when he comes in motion on a slant route, you're not stopping that. Number one.
No doubt.
Nope. It's like what the CFL where you're allowed the man in motion going forward. That's what it's like when you watch Tyreek Hill or Deebo Samuels. Yeah. But I think Dallas is going to go to that too. Like the person that I see this week is probably going to be Turpin out of the backfield coming on a slant.
Yeah.
Brandon Cooks, we know he can take hits, Davies. He took that huge hit 4 weeks ago where I thought he was dead. That's how I think you beat the Eagles. That mid-range secondary game right there is where you're going to beat the Eagles, and that's where it comes into play is Cooks and I think Lamb in the slot, Brandon Cooks in the slot. Maybe who knows, Dave? Maybe we'll see a Gallup sighting this week. I don't know.
I think that'd be nice. But I'll tell you, Brandon Cooks to me has been absolutely fun to watch.
Insane.
I mean, he was good in Houston too. I mean, he was their guy.
Hey, 4,000-yard receivers, years with no quarterback, Dave.
That's what I'm saying, with no quarterback, and he's got Dak, and Dak has so many options. It's great. I love it.
And the great thing is Dak spread the ball. Of course, we know Lamb gets 8 to 10 targets a game. We know that, but he's looking other directions.
Dude, Ferguson, Cooks. I mean, I like what I'm seeing. I mean, even running the. I love it. I hope it can. With Hendershot back, I hope it continues. I really do.
And you know what? I love our second set too. I love Jalen Tolbert as well. He's finally
Jalen Tolbert, yeah.
And I love to pick up off the practice squad Jalen Brooks. He's a tall 6'6" wide receiver.
What was your take on the Dak guy almost getting sacked, gets away, and finds Tolbert on the end? Was that shocking to you, or did you
I'll tell you what, man. I had to clean my glasses for a second. I thought Tony Romo was in for a second. The Houdini was in there, Dave.
Right, exactly. Yep.
But it's shown me something that Dak actually is using his legs now, Dave. We talked about that last season.
We've been saying that for games now, that he's been using his legs. That's
Well, now he's doing it. I mean, listen, you can scramble, you get out of the pocket. He's continuing to move the sticks, which I love to see. We talked about last year, Dave, early this year. Man, Dak, you got legs, brother. Get off your ass and use your legs once in a while. Do this, do that. But he's showing like, okay, if the pocket's there. And the great thing is he's smart enough to slide, Dave, or get out of bounds. You know what I mean? He's living another day too, so that's a great thing as well.
That's for sure.
But hey, Dave, listen, we're all healthy coming this week. The only person questionable right now is, of course, the jersey's right there, Rico Dowdy. He's questionable this week still with the injury he has, but he's going to be a huge piece too because Pollard can't tote the rock 30 times.
But there is one person that may be questionable for Sunday. Hopefully, he's okay.
Who's that?
Our coach.
Dave, you know what? Let's talk about that real quick. Listen, he's out to the appendix, whatever. Appendix.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Dave, let me tell you something. Let's think about this, okay? If he's out, are you really worried?
No, because if you remember correctly, let's go back to the New Orleans game when Dan Quinn actually took over, and we won that game with him taking over that game.
Two things about that. Yes, we'll talk about Dan Quinn being on the sidelines. He always coaches from the press box. If it happens, he will most likely. And
I trust Shots with the offensive coordinator. Why wouldn't I?
That's the thing too. With Schottenheimer as our OC, basically OC/OC, whatever you want to call it. He's going to have a big play in this because to me he's been in McCarthy's ear. They assign each other to do these plays. He knows the offense. And he's been working with Dak. He understands the entire offense because, you go from Kellen Moore, Dave, with McCarthy being a side coach there, the OC. It's night and day of what we've seen last year. And that has to do with a lot of Schottenheimer this year in McCarthy's ear saying, hey, you remember the West Coast offense. We have a quarterback that can run, throw, great arm, pretty good accuracy. Let's continue to do what we're doing. And I think even with McCarthy not being on the sidelines, I'm hearing he might be available for Sunday.
I heard he might be there Sunday too, but I just wish the coach. I hope he's okay. Because apparently, from what I heard, is Dan Quinn saw him this morning and he didn't look good at all. So I don't know.
I thought it was going to be a Jerry Jones sighting in the hospital or something.
Oh no. I was listening to Law Nation this morning or whatever it was, and he was saying that Dan Quinn saw him in the facility they were in, and he said he just didn't look good. So
I'm not worried about it. I mean, the only thing is, I would
Yeah.
only thing I want to see if this happens, if McCarthy, prayers to you, get better, brother, get back to the team. Of course, number one, first and foremost.
Mhm.
But my thing is, Schottenheimer, I'm not worried about because he knows the offense. He can play calls well. He's been in the NFL for longer than I've been alive, pretty much.
This is
basically.
true.
But
True.
what I want to see if that happens, and Dan Quinn is the interim head coach for the day, basically, as we've seen before with the Saints. But my thing is, I want him on the field because they need that guy on the field, that leader down there. You look across, see your head coach is a little bit different, mentality.
Him being up in the booth.
Yeah, because you remember, when he
Yeah.
played the Saints and he was the interim head coach in that game, he was down there high-fiving, patting people, talking to people.
I remember that. Yep.
He's that type of coach where, you could be down 7. He says the right thing, the proper thing to say, and that team rallies around him. Look what happens with this defense, Dave. They're down, they rally, they find ways to win the game.
Yep.
That's what I want. I wish McCarthy was that way too, as more remember 2 years ago when they did the Hard Knocks, the mojo thing. It's the Mike McCarthy mojo moment. Get the mojo. Let's go. 2 minutes. Run the mojo.
Yep.
That's what I want to see from him. But I'm not worried about the coaching thing this week, Dave. I'm really not.
No, I'm not too concerned about it either, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. But Dave, let's get into matchups here, man. Let's talk about their offense, okay? High-powered. Now, Dave, what I'm hearing is they do have a person coming back this week, and he has a cool first name.
Is it confirmed?
He's practicing. He's not questionable. It looks like he is playing. Of course, I was looking at it today. Dallas Goedert is pretty much, I think, 85% going to be back this week. So that's a key acquisition. That's huge.
Well, he was there game 1 until he got injured. Yeah, he's definitely a factor in the game, no doubt.
I mean, how do we match up, Dave? I mean, this offensive line, arguably one of the best in the NFL. Quarterback play could be called elite as well. Running game is a little suspicious the way they run plays, call plays, abandoning the run, basically. But Dave, you got to talk about A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Quez Watkins, and then Dallas Goedert coming back.
They have weapons, that's for sure. I hear you.
How does this defense match up, Dave?
He's got to keep pressure. I think we have to do what the 49ers did: contain Hurts. They kept him in the pocket for the longest time. I think don't let him run. I mean, he runs.
That's the thing. That's the thing. I was listening to a podcast earlier, actually a Niners podcast, and they said that they didn't get a lot of sacks on. Lane Johnson held his own against both, so I'll give him credit 100% there. But the thing is, Jalen Hurts had 4.6 seconds in the pocket for pretty much all the entire game.
He did.
Every one of those batted balls or incompletions were coverage incompletions because those Niners corners, safeties, linebackers played one hell of a game in assignment football. Hurts got the time. Hurts got the time.
Oh, he had tons of time back there. He could have had a Coke and a smile. My God, you kidding me?
I think he did. I think he had a hot dog and a whatever.
But how many times? Correct me if I'm wrong here. How many times did Lane Johnson go off sides and not be called? All day, from what I saw.
What do you mean, false start?
False start. Yep.
Now, you know what, Dave? I said this. I was talking to somebody about this. I mean, to me, you could call it both ways, but I think it's just so fast, Dave. He knows the snap count, and that's one of the best things. That's your tackles. If they know the snap
I'm watching
count.
this game, and I'm seeing him just move every time. Why aren't they? And they finally called it one time. It took them, out of 3 or 4, 5 snaps.
I think, Dave. To me, honestly, I feel the same way you do. I watch it a lot, and I went back and watched it because I believe the same thing you did. Okay, how does he get off the ball so fast? And it's that one movement. To me, Dave, if you go back and look at it, just look at it. Try to go back, just clear your head and look at it. Go back and look at it. And to me, it's his leg movement. That leg movement is just so fast. It's the high kick, Dave. To me, I think it's the high kick. It makes it look like, okay, there's no way he can get back on that fast off the ball. I think it's the leg kick, honestly. I'm not sticking up for him.
Okay.
I honestly think it's the leg kick.
It just looked to me like he was offsides every time. I'm watching this game, I'm thinking to myself, why are they not calling anything on Lane Johnson? Why?
No, it does look like a false start to me, but I think it's just he's so fundamentally sound, Dave. He knows that cadence. He's
a veteran. I get it. He's best in the game. I understand all that, but it just seemed to me like he was just offsides a lot. I don't know.
I think a lot of it's just cadence, learning that, that snap count. Dave, if you hear me talk, if we do 5,000 shows together, if I say one word, you're going to know what's coming next.
This is true.
I think that's what it is. I mean, I'm not going to, he's a veteran. He's a savvy veteran. He's been in the league. He's 30 something now. I think he's He's been in the league for whatever how many long. I think it's just
too
the
long.
veteran presence.
Yeah.
You
That
know.
could be. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
possible.
I mean, I look at it too, and I was like, hey, it's got to be a false start. But his leg movement is just so vicious in the back. It's you got to give credit where credit's due. I'm not going to take it away from that.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
But
But going back to Hurts, I mean, they kept him in the pocket, they contained him, and I think that's why the 49ers just had. I mean, they knew what to do, and they know they're just a good team all around. So I give them credit.
Yeah, what scares me the most this week, Dave, is of course on our defense. There's one guy, of course, listen, he showed up off the milk carton last week. Okay, your boy, Jordan Lewis, he finally shows up off the milk. But to me, Dave, I think the one person that's going to get picked on a lot this week, I hate to say this, Stephon Gilmore. I think he's going to get picked on.
You know what? I agree.
We've seen glimpses of this kid playing, savvy veteran. We know what he can do. He used to be all pro, first team, all pro 2 years. But Dave, what did I say a couple of weeks ago? When he matches up against a physical wide receiver, he tends to give up a lot of plays. Look at Metcalf last week. Metcalf pushed him to the ground a couple of times and said, "Get off me! You're too small."
I'm trying to say he would be on Smith's side, right?
Well, they do swing wide receivers back and forth, but Devontae usually plays on that side with Gilmore too.
That's what I was good because Gilmore's usually on the
Which tells me that there's going to be a lot of safety play involved here too, because you got to pick your poison too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that means Bland will be on AJ Brown.
What's that?
I said that means Bland would be on AJ Brown, correct?
Yeah, which he matches up a lot better because he plays physical wide receivers better. But if Gilmore's on Devontae Smith's side, he tends to get beat on long balls. Number one, he doesn't bite on. I don't want to say he bites, Dave, but he does get beat on. Spread out, speed over speed.
It's not like Diggs who takes chances.
Right. I mean, you have to pick your poison with that one too. I mean, but Diggs bites on balls. Gilmore doesn't bite on balls, but Gilmore gets beat on the long ball. So, which tells me that your boy better be showing up in the safety this week, Dave. I'm telling you.
This is true. Yeah.
But if you run that, Dave, and your safety progresses to one side of the shade of the field, you play a cover two or an umbrella out there, two deep safety, one goes one way, one goes the other. What's that leave? The middle of the field wide open. And who are they getting back this week? Dallas Goedert.
Yeah. Yeah. Big tight end.
That's what scares me too, is our linebacker have to play, because I love Marquise Bell. He has been stepping up so much since LVE went down. It's amazing. But the one thing about him too, he plays less on physical wide receiver tight ends, and that's a Dallas Goedert.
He's not very big either, Paul.
That's what I mean. That's why he's a safety. He's a converted safety.
That's what I'm saying. He's not very big.
210 pounds come playing in the box against the big boys. This ain't no Roy Williams guy. You know what I mean?
This is true.
I mean, he ain't Roy Williams, Dave.
No, not even close. No,
he's a speed linebacker, which that's the Dan Quinn system. I think that's why Dallas is getting away with what they're doing, because of the fact that Dan Quinn preaches 11 hats on one ball. It's assignment football, speed. You tackle one guy, you make him, you progress and tackle him, try to get him down. Well, you know what? You got your brother coming over to help you out. You know what I mean? And that's Dallas Cowboy football, speed over speed.
That's the way we've been playing lately. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's the only matchup I can see is probably Goddard, if he's going to be a complete healthy, coming back. Missing 5 weeks before.
Well, he might be a little rusty coming back too. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, they're professionals. We'll see. I don't like to use the word rust, but I think that's going to be the matchup issue with us, is either going to be on whoever's on Gilmore and also the Eagles do run a lot of slot, Dave. They run a lot of.
They do run slot. Yes, they do.
And that means if you're going to run a slot guy, that means Marquise Bell comes out of there. Or if you're going to do that, then who do you have in there? Of course, then you're going to have to use who? Either J-Ron Curse or your boy Jordan Lewis.
Well, J-Ron Curse, man, what's up with him lately? I don't know what's going on with him. He's late to the ball. I don't know. I'm just I'm not seeing the J-Ron Curse we've seen in the past. Maybe it's
no. And the other person that's scaring me that's not really showing up, Dave. I was really high on him. I thought he was the best pickup that we had over a Brandon Cooks last year. Coming back to the team was Donovan Wilson. He's nowhere to be found right now, Dave.
Yeah, Donovan Wilson. I hear you. I definitely hear you on that. This might be a good big game for him. You never know. I mean, he could step up on Sunday.
It should be a game for all 22 players, offensive, defense.
I totally agree. Totally agree.
And the other person, Dave, is our pickup. We picked up 3 weeks ago, Rashad Evans. Our other linebacker. Dave, this guy's lost.
I know he is. He is. I agree. I actually heard. I know we didn't get Leonard. I understand that, but I did hear something about Anthony Barr. Is that true?
I don't want Anthony Barr back, Dave.
I'm just saying it was just something I heard. I don't know.
Anthony Barr has 4 steps behind every play when we had him here.
Okay.
He really was. I mean,
I'm saying he's been here before. He knows the system. So I know he was on the Minnesota practice squad. So I don't know. I heard his name through the grapevine. Is that true or false? I don't know.
well, you know what? I don't care if it's the cherry vine, grapevine, wherever you want to call it. Heard it through the grapevine. He better stay his ass in Minnesota because I do not want him. I mean, that to me, Dave, is like, saying, okay, you know what? Hey, you're 450 pounds. You can play the offensive line. Just stand there. That's what Anthony Barr was to me. Just stood there and looked. Hey, I look good in a uniform. I don't want him back at all, Dave. I'd rather take a charge.
I just said I heard his name. I don't.
Yeah, I don't want him. Hey, what's going on, Linda? How you been?
Linda, thank you for checking in.
Yeah, but Dave, offensively, I think their offense, it's got to be contained, Jalen Hurts, because
that's what San Francisco did. They contained him all day, and he had all day to throw the ball, but he wasn't running. So.
Yeah, I mean, but then again, you got to look at, the Niners aren't the greatest in the secondary. They're not the greatest secondary. I think our secondary is better than the Niners, and
I think they are too.
That position we're better, but you got to play, both corners, your safeties, and one linebacker has. I mean, Dave, they got Warner and Greenlaw, brother. You know what I mean?
I hear. Yeah, that situation was kind of crazy too on that sideline thing.
Yeah, but I mean, I think if you put pressure on Hurts, continue and keep him in the pocket. I don't want to be over aggressive. Because, Dave, go back to week 1 when we played the New York Giants, okay? We were so aggressive on defense where Parsons was getting upfield to Danny Jones, but they were leaving assignment football wide open. The lanes were there. You cannot give that to Hurts. Even though he hasn't been running, the dude has speed, man,
Like you said, it could be an ankle. It could have been an ankle injury. I don't know.
I don't know what it was, but I'll tell you what, you got to keep him in the pocket. You got to let him, if he's going to beat you, you know what? Let him beat you with your arm. Don't let him beat you with the legs right now.
That's my whole thing. Yep.
That's the main
thing.
But let's flip it here, Dave. Let's talk about, our offense versus this defense. Let's talk about that.
Okay, let's do it.
So what do you see on our offense, Dave?
I love our offense is putting up numbers. That's what I love about it. I mean,
Very true.
30, 35 plus a game, almost 40 a game.
Yeah.
Dak's finding receivers. They're running the ball well. Rico's actually running the ball well. I like what I'm saying. I mean, everybody's like contributing. That's what I like about it. I mean, the only guy that's not contributing is Gallup. Other than that, everybody else is doing their job.
Can you, Dave? I mean, listen, I don't know if this is true or not, but listen, all last year and this year, I was all off the Rico Dowdy wagon. Of course, you changed my mind on that one because you started saying Rico. Can you do me a favor? Can you make a name for Michael Gallup to show up because my man is on a milk run, brother.
Yeah, we need Giddy Up Gallup to show up.
There you go. Can you call Giddy Up Gallup to show up this week?
Giddy Up Gallup. I call him that for years. I'm calling that.
Well, he needs to show up, Dave, because you pay this guy $14 million a year coming off an injury. And, I don't care if you're a decoy out there, but, brother, you got to give me more than 1 or 2 catches a game.
Oh, Tolbert, Lamb, who am I missing? Ferguson. It's just the list goes on. And Dak has so many options.
True. But just imagine if, we throw the ball his way, listen, there's no other wide receiver that I like to have that can high point a ball like Michael.
Brandon Cooks. Sorry about Brandon. I thought Mr. Brandon Cooks there, which is my favorite. He's one of my favorites.
I get that, Dave. But here's the thing. If Dallas hasn't really run the ball between the tackles either. That's the thing. The Eagles don't run the ball between the tackles. Dallas doesn't run the ball between the tackles. I want to take that away. Rico runs the ball between the tackles.
Well, we've seen a Pollard sighting here and there lately.
Here and there.
Here and there.
Here and there. I like that word. Here and there, Dave. Here and there.
We got a touchdown on Sunday or Thursday night.
No, I get that, but you go back to what we're used to, Dallas Cowboy football.
Well, we're used to Zeke. That's what we're used to.
You run the ball between the tackles, and that was even with Pollard running between the tackles. I mean, I don't know if this is the injury thing, Dave. I don't know. Maybe it's the offensive line thing, because the most important person on the offensive line is the Jason Kelce of the Eagles. To us, it's not our center. It's Zach Martin. He calls assignments, but to me,
can I say the left side of the line actually been pretty good lately?
Don't say the name. Do not say.
I said the left side of the line. I didn't say no name.
Dave, I'm just saying, do not say his name right now, okay? Because we still.
I'm not saying anything.
Okay. Anything can happen, okay?
I just said the left side of the line.
All right,
that's
been
fine. Very good.
Because some people can get up out of bed and make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and drop the knife and stab themselves in the foot, or
you are so bad.
Or pull a stinger in his shoulder from making the peanut butter on the bread. So don't say it. Don't say it out there. Please do not say his name. You know what? And I'll tell you what. If he plays this week, Dave, I promise you, I will wear this. I'm not even going to say his number.
Tyler from West. I said Tyler from Wisconsin has been playing well lately.
What? Oh no, he's not. But I thought you were going to say the other guy. I'll wear. I
said Tyler from Wisconsin has been okay lately.
Yeah, you can say that. He's been playing okay. He's been holding his own.
I didn't say it was great. I said he was okay.
But God, you need that guy on the left side, Dave, to come in and
Tyler from
yeah,
Wisconsin.
Yeah, Tyler, Tyler. Mm-hmm. It's kind of crazy. Just please don't say his name. There's still 4 days left. Do not say his name, okay, please.
This is true. This is true.
I don't want to wake up tomorrow morning, Dave, and see that this guy on the shelf right away, and I'm going to come down to Philly, Dave, and I'm going to smack you first, Dave, okay? Because
I know. I said Tyler.
I know you did. Okay.
But
Dave, I mean, let's get back to this game here, Dave. Our offense here. Yeah. Everybody's healthy, of course. So far, knock on wood, we're all healthy. The only person that's questionable is Rico coming off that little stinger he had. The assumed injury that he
shoulder.
Had. Yeah. But Dave, I think we match up well because we just got to continue to do what we're doing. The slot progression with CeeDee Lamb moving him side to side, and I love our motion. I mean, we've been running. Turpin coming off the backfield, coming a lot. CeeDee Lamb in the backfield. There was times where Brandon Cooks was in the backfield last week.
Are you liking that reverse we've been doing with CeeDee lately?
I do not like it.
You don't?
No, I take that back. At the right time, I love it. Okay, I told you this before. When I coach, my assistant coach, when I call a play, he stands right next to me, and I call this. Let's say if I call a fake double reverse or a fake sweep, jet sweep, whatever. Mm-hmm. He gets the number, he looks at it, and my defensive coach stands 15 yards from me. And a play later, he comes to me. He walks by me as we're walking by. He's like, hey, that was open. That was open. They're biting on that. They're biting. Mm-hmm. Go back to it. If you call it at the right time, it's a game breaker with his speed. Right. It's a game breaker. I get that. But I don't want to see – I want to see Dave, I want to see him set up the play before he actually calls the play.
Gotcha.
I just don't want to throw in there. Dave, I say, you know what, Dave, hey, Dave has all the speed in the world. I put him at wide receiver. Oh, well, you know what? Dave's the fastest guy in the world here. We're going to run a bomb, a go route. I know it's going to happen, and I'm going to tell my safety, hey, watch the go route. He's coming. He's in the game. You see CD in the slot or in the motion guy. You know what? Hey, I like to see, the fake to CD Lamb here and run Pollard up the gut here. You know what I mean? Run something like that. I just don't want to see them do it right away. I want to see them set up the next play, Dave. That's what I was doing. Set up the next play. Play action. Run the ball. Set up the play action. Set up the play action. But I just want Dallas to continue exactly what we're doing, Dave, because I think we can beat this team. I really do.
I think we can, too.
I think we can. And just like you said, with Hendershot coming back off the IR, brother, that's huge. Mm-hmm. Huge advantage. Do you
remember last year's game at home? What was the big play?
I don't remember. Go ahead, Dave.
T.Y. Hilton, 3rd and 30.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I remember that one. Yeah. T.Y., man. To me,
I miss him. He was fun.
T.Y. was good, but I think we're better without T.Y. because Brandon Cooks is a deep threat as well.
Oh, no doubt. But I'm just saying T.Y. was fun. He was fun.
He was good. He was good for that play last year. Got us where we wanted to be on that play. But my thing is you got to have 3 wide receivers, and it has to be Michael Gallup this week, Dave. It really does.
It's got to be Michael Gallup, Brandon, and CD.
Because if you think about the Eagles, Dave, where can they be beaten on defense?
In the middle, linebackers.
And even with Shaquille Leonard out there, I think he's not going to be 100%. He's still going to be learning this scheme.
He scares me, Paul. I got to be honest.
No, he does. I mean, he's all pro for a reason. I understand.
That's what I'm saying, for a reason. I just can't understand why the Colts. I don't get it.
But there's 2 ways to look at it. He's better than any linebacker that they have right now on the Eagles roster. Cunningham, of course.
Is Cunningham back? We don't know.
He's questionable, but still, they.
I think I said that earlier in the show.
Nicholas Morrow, of course. Nolan Smith is out there, of course. And,
Nolan Smith, where's he been?
That's what I mean. But they can be beaten too. But the thing is, okay, you can have assignment football, but Dave, if I came to your team and all of a sudden you never played with me before, it takes time to gel. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, you're not going to just fit right in 1 week.
No, I mean, he's going to make plays. I'm not going to take that away.
He probably will. I'm sure.
Right. He'll make plays, but where can the Eagles be beaten? I mean, listen, they have Bradbury. Okay, they have Darius Slay, but the Reed Blankenship's playing great ball. But the person I want to pick on is where Kevin Bayard is. That's where I'm going.
Kevin Bayard? Yeah.
That's where I'm going. He hasn't proven anything to me right now, Dave. I'm going after
lately.
Him, And the thing is, I'm going to put CD all over the field, man. I'm going to run him on the slot. I'm going to put him in motion. I'm putting him on the
CD
right.
could have a field day. He really could.
Hell, I'm going to put him in the backfield, with three wide receivers, put him in the backfield, put Pollard at a wide receiver. I'm going to make you see things you've never seen before.
You're having fun.
Definitely. I mean, you want to keep them off balance, Dave, because this is an NFC East matchup. We know what they do. They know what we do. They know what we do great. They know what we do bad. Vice versa, same thing. You know what? You got to bring out some poison, Dave. That you got to bring out the black mamba snake that nobody's ever seen before. I mean, you have to. You think about it.
I hear you. I understand.
But this offensive line has to play because this front seven's nasty too. I want to say front four.
They are. Yeah, we Fletcher Cox. They have a lot of weapons that just they're big up front. That's for sure.
I mean, they are big. They are thinking. I'm looking at questionables. Fletcher Cox is questionable, of course.
Is he questionable? Okay,
yeah. But it's still Wednesday. It's still Wednesday.
Well, he had a good day on Sunday. He did. I think it was the one sack on.
Yeah. I mean, well, Dave, how about we get into some final predictions for the game here? Everybody out there, we have 17 live viewers. Let us know what your
chime in. We would love to hear what you think about. If you have what's your take on the game? Let us know. We would love to know.
Yeah, definitely let us know what you're thinking about the game here. Dave, how about we start with you here? What are your predictions for the game this week? Final score first, actually.
Final score?
Yep.
Before I do that, I would like to say just love the way this team's playing right now. I really do. I love what Dak's doing. Love the offense. But right now, my final score, I'm going to say Cowboys 31, Eagles 21.
Wow. Okay. Adam checks in. He doesn't give me a score. He says Eagles. Adam, give me your score on that. We'll play who comes closer on there. We'll play that for next week. My score, Dave, I exactly believe. I think the Cowboys score 31. I'm going to go Cowboys 31, Eagles 26 this week. Ooh. I think it's going to be a close scoring game here, but I think the over under was 61. I'm not even going to bet this game this week.
Game one was what, 28-23. We lost by 5.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I think it's going to be yeah, definitely. I think we put up a 31.
Yeah, I'm going to go 31-26 here. How about we do a couple bold predictions for the game, Dave?
Bold predictions?
Give me the bold prediction, man.
CeeDee Lamb gets 2 touchdowns.
Holy crap. CD 2 TDs, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep. All right. Here's the question I want to ask you real quick. Does Deron Bland get a pick?
Yes.
What? Really?
Yes. Yep.
Holy crap. I'm going to write that down.
I'm not saying it's pick 6, but it's a pick.
Okay, so he gets a pick, right?
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna go out of the box here and go crazy on this one, Dave. Adam chimes in. He's got 35-24 Cowboys, right? Right, Adam? Is that what he said?
Adam,
Cowboys?
After that devastating loss the 49ers just put on you, you're gonna put 35 on us? Give me a break.
Hey. All right, he's got 35-24 Eagles, of course. So I'm going to go 31-26. My bold prediction this week, Dave, is what are my bold prediction am I going to give you this week?
I went easy. I thought Lamb would be the obvious choice.
Yeah, I'm going to give you bold, man. I'm going to give you bold. All right,
if you say who I think if you go where I think you're going to go with this,
I probably won't. I'm going to go Jake Ferguson 1 TD. Okay.
Okay.
I think it's a tight end day, Dave. You know what? I'm going to go. Dave. Here's my bold prediction. Mark it, lock it up, put the house on it. Here's what I'm going to do, Dave. I ain't putting my house on it. I ain't putting my house on it because I love my house. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go 3 tight ends. Okay. All 3 get a touchdown this week.
You're kidding.
Nah, I can see it, Dave. Listen, the first one's going to first one's going to go to Shoemaker, actually. Okay.
Okay.
The second one is going to go to Ferguson, and the third one is going to go to my boy. Welcome back, Hendershot. Okay. 3 tight ends.
I like it. I like it a lot. I do. I think Brandon gets. I think Brandon might get a 2-point conversion in there somewhere.
If the game's close, I wouldn't put it past them because Dan Quinn and lately McCarthy's been really thinking about that 2-point conversion a lot. You know what I mean?
A lot. Yep.
You know? Mm-hmm. But if you really want me to get it bold, I'm going to go Rico. I'm going to go Rico with a TD too.
I love our kicker too. So
And I got Rico giving it a TD too.
Rico, I think Pollard gets 1.
So there's my 4 TDs, Dave. Tight end Shoemaker, tight end Ferguson, tight end Hendershot, 1 Rico, Aubrey with the field goal.
Love it.
31 points. That's what
31.
Okay. That's what 31. Okay. Adam says to you, he thinks the Eagles we will bounce back.
You will you think that Adam? You think that game didn't devastate them on Sunday? Come on, man.
Well, I mean, you listen to a lot of players. They say the right
Come
things.
on.
Of course, here A.J. Brown, hey, it's a loss. We bounce back. We'll do this. We'll do that. Whatever. You say the right things, but until you show it on the field,
That's
hey,
what I'm
listen,
saying. Well,
same thing with us. Same thing with us. We're playing great. We're playing at home. Momentum.
mhm.
You got to continue what you're doing. Number one, can play both ways. But I do get that point.
No,
So,
I see where he's going with it. To me,
all
it's just I think that loss really took a lot out of him.
right, let me write that down for next week. Adam gave his pick. Okay. Dave, you know what? He just said, hush, Dave. Hush, Dave. Hush, Dave. Hush, Dave. Hush, Dave.
What are you taking my girl's spot now?
Hush, Dave. Hush, Dave. Hush, Dave. But hey, Dave, listen, we're going to get out of here in a couple minutes. How about we do some of our fine sponsors this week that we have?
Let's do it.
All right, guys. Hey, listen, what time do we play Sunday night, Dave? Is Sunday night 8 o'clock?
8:30.
Oh, my God. Listen, this is going to be a late game, probably 12 o'clock.
8:20, 8:30, somewhere in there.
You better be ready. You better order it now. It's Wednesday. You better order it. It'll be here by Sunday. 8 o'clock game. The Evolution Flavor Infused Coffee, Bourbon Chocolate Chip, Toasted Coconut Rum, Samaritan Blend. A new flavor just came. Honey just came out this week. I got to put it on our banner. And also Organic Food of Florida. Make sure you use promo code OTBS Sports at monkeycoldcoffee.com. Before you do that, get over to the swag shop. Get a coffee K-cup adapter, travel mug, cold beer diffuser, T-shirt, coffee mug, whatever they have, get it. Make sure you use promo code OTBS Sports at monkeycoldcoffee.com because you're going to need that Monday morning when you wake up after the Cowboys kick your ass. Very simple. So you want some Monkey Cold Coffee to start up your day, of course. And you know what? Hey, listen, if you're watching the game, of course, it's in Dallas. You're going to be in Philadelphia. Most Eagles fans, of course. Hey, listen. You fall out of bed, whatever. You go down the street, you fall. You kick a cat, you miss the cat, you fall on your ass, whatever happens. Make sure you reach out to my boy Jason Fine, 1-800-HURT-123, Attorney Big Al. Motor vehicle accident, slip and fall, workman's comp, any idiot personal injury claim, he'll take care of you. Kicking a cat, missing a cat, falling on your ass, he'll take care of you. 3 convenient office locations throughout Pennsylvania, New Jersey. First in the Garden State, Cherry Hill, New Jersey, 3 Greensward Lane. Of course, in that ghetto city of Philadelphia where the Eagles are going to get their ass kicked. So 1628 JFK, Suite 2120. Up here where Pittsburgh fans can sit here and laugh at all the Eagles fans for missing a cat, kicking a cat, missing it, falling on their ass. 500 Grand Street. Make sure you call Jason Fine, 1-800-HURT-123. No recovery, no fee. Mention out of the box, one of the live operators take your case. Tell them that out of the box told you to call them. 33%, no recovery, no fee. So better reach out to them. So I'm just letting you know, if you get pissed off after the Cowboys win, you go outside. I don't know if the weather's down there, ice day. We have snow up here today, actually.
We actually snowed here a little bit today, but nothing big.
Yeah, we had some snow today. It's already gone, but tomorrow I think we're getting a little bit of snow, like 1 inch or whatever, little hazing out there. But if you're out there, your Eagles lose and you get pissed off, you go out there and punch a tree, whatever. Just make sure it's not on your own property. Go out and fall on somebody else's damn property, okay? Don't be an idiot and fall on your own property or fall down steps on being stupid after Eagles lose, okay? Word of advice.
1-800-HURT-123. Call Big Al.
You already know. And Dave, you know what? Hey, real quick, I'm gonna give a couple shout outs real quick. Tomorrow night we do have some 2 good shows coming on tomorrow night. Actually, we actually have 3 shows tomorrow night. One about you're more than welcome to hop on too. I didn't do the banner for that one yet, but hey, listen, at 6 o'clock, Dan, Connor, and myself will have the NFL Pick'em show. I would
love to be on that show with you guys one day.
All right, we'll have you get on there. Yep, we kicking Dan's ass right now anyway. So, continue to see what happens. But right after that, NFL Pick'em show, then we have the special show. Dahlia Black, one of the wrestlers from Indie Wrestling, she's going to be hopping on with Keep It Real podcast right after that. And that'll be at 7 o'clock. And also tomorrow night at 8 p.m., we have a very special guest joining us tomorrow on the 215 Boys. It's going to be Rob Motti, Philadelphia writer. He's going to be joining us as well. And, this is Cowboy Week. And then Thursday night, we're going to have a great show as well. Joe Sullivan is going to join in 215 Boys as well. So 215 Boys are all over this week coming up.
Wow.
Friday night, as you know, Dave, every year I do the show with Marcus Thomas, former Eagle. Him and I will do a show this Friday night, of course, round 2, Philadelphia Eagles versus Dallas Cowboys. So stay tuned to that. So that's why we always say, make sure you like, share, subscribe to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, OTB Box Sports. Of course, that's where it's at. Live show. We are losing some shows because of the season, but guarantee you after next year, we'll be back. Probably we had 19 this year. We're going to look at about 24 shows next year.
That's a lot of shows.
Definitely.
So Dave, hey, listen, rolling, baby.
Trying to, brother. Only network I know that tries to keep it real. You know what I mean? We ain't fake.
We do what we can.
Tell you that. You got to pass the eye test to me. You know what I mean? But hey,
that's for sure.
But Dave, hey, man, listen. As we always do, how about we get some final thoughts about anything? Any shout outs, final thoughts, whatever you have 60 seconds. Time's yours, brother.
Final thoughts. Oh man, let's just get the win and get out of there. Get the win and get out of there. Let's beat them. Let's beat them Eagles. Tie this division up at 10-3, and everybody stay healthy like we've been doing. Stay healthy. Get the win. Call it a day. Let's go.
Definitely. Final thoughts, same thing. You know, Dallas needs to come out with the victory. Continue doing what you're doing, both sides of the ball. 3-phase game. Continue rolling. You know, play calling is very essential this week. Take what they give you. It's going to be a chess match, not a checkers match. Play to your strengths. Run the ball. Throw the ball. Put seeding in the slot. Defense. 11 hats on one ball. Continue. Just get this win. Who would have thought Eagles were one loss team all year? We were a 3-loss team. Now we can have the time here, even though they would assume the first position, but I'm not worried about that. Second thing, my shout out this week is, hey, listen, St. Joe's Prep Warhawks, go out and get that back-to-back state championship. They are in the title game this year. Again, St. Joe's Prep, number 5 team in the country. Go out and do your business. Go out and do your business. Yes, go out and do your business. The only loss this year is to IMG Academy, which is ranked number 3 in the nation by 3 points. You played a powerhouse schedule. St. Joe's Prep all the way. Continue to do what you do, brothers.
Good luck to Prep. Hope they win it out, and good luck, boys. Go get them. Definitely.
This sucks because this weekend I won't be able to. It's a tradition, Dave. It's not at Hershey Park anymore. You know,
where is it?
It's somewhere. God, it's like I don't know the exact stadium, but it's like 45 minutes away from Hershey Park. It's closer to actually to you now. It's closer to actually to you now.
Oh, it's closer to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every year I used to go. That was like a tradition.
Why?
You know?
I was gonna say it's always in Hershey. Why'd they change it?
Because everybody wanted to call it St. Joe's Park. You know, because they every year. I'm just joking.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, listen,
St. Joe's Park.
8 out of the last 9 state championships.
I was gonna say if it was at Hershey, Big Man could probably go to that because he goes to Hershey a lot.
Yeah, I mean, if it was Hershey, I'd be there Saturday. That's
absolutely.
Tradition to me. And also my last shout out really quick. I got to give this guy a shout out. He's one of my great friends here. Here he is. Trayshawn Wiggins. Listen, Trey, if you didn't watch this fight, Dave, did you watch the fight?
I actually did. I saw it. Yes.
Dave.
Knockout, first round.
2 minutes and 13 seconds into the fight, Trayshawn knocked the dude out.
He knocked it down twice, and then he went down the third time, and it was pretty much over.
The crazy thing is he retained his NABA, welterweight title. Of course, that's number one, first and foremost. But the other thing is, Don King's label, and I don't care. I'm going to talk trash about Don King. I don't give a damn, number one.
Well, before you go there, I think you had it in 5 rounds, if I'm not mistaken.
Trayshawn said he was going to knock him out in 3 rounds.
Well, I think you said you had him in 5.
Yeah.
So,
and the thing is, Don King actually brought in Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner is a world welterweight title holder, 3-time holder, great fighter back in the day. He's not what he is anymore. He put Broner ahead of Trayshawn, giving him the bigger fights. Already wants a Ryan Garcia fight. He doesn't deserve it. Adrian Broner was supposed to fight this guy that Trayshawn knocked out in under 3 minutes. The champion of in Don King's label is Trayshawn Wiggins. If you're listening, Don King, and I hope you are, give my man Trayshawn a freaking top 10 fight. The guy ducks nobody. He fights anybody. He didn't even know his opponent until 4 weeks before this fight. And look what happened. He took care of Adrian Broner's business, handled
in 1 round.
So give the guy a top 10 fight. I'm telling you. And Trayshawn, you know what? Trayshawn will be joining us about in January. He's going to start his own show, The Trigger Response, with him and his son. So look forward to that as well. So guys, this is the banner for Trayshawn right here, The Trigger Response. He'll be on there in about 3 weeks, hopping on with us, his own show. So Dave, man, are you ready? Because I'm ready. I wish it was Sunday, 8 o'clock, Dave, because I'm about to just go out and.
It's only Wednesday, Paul. Relax. Don't be cutting any trees down.
Dave, I'm going to cut trees down if they lose.
Don't be cutting any trees down.
Adam, I completely agree with Don King is a snake.
Yes, he is.
100%. 100%. It's all about the money. To me, it's just like, Dave, if we're best friends, we do the show together. If they put you in front of me, I'm going to wish you well. But I'm going to put the best podcaster in front first. You know what I mean? That's what I'm going to do. Don King is not that way. He's all about that.
He wants the cash.
Only in America, brother. That's where it happens. Only in America. Only in America put the best fighter first, number one. But, Dave, you ready to get out of here, man?
Who was the guy in Rocky 5? Only in America? What was his name?
That dude. Yeah, that dude. Yeah.
Dude. I can't. I can't think of his name on the top of my head.
I don't know who the hell you're talking about.
Rocky 5. Oh, jeez. I can't think of his name right now.
We talking about the fighter?
No, the promoter.
Oh, that son of a bitch. Yeah, that Snake.
Yeah, that guy.
That Snake. Yeah, Don King.
No, it was not gay. It was Dave. I can't think of his name.
I don't remember his name. I don't
I
remember.
can't remember his name on the top of my head.
I know you're talking about the one that wore the big fur jacket.
Yeah, that guy.
I don't remember his name. I do not remember. His name,
he's all defending Union Cane and the whole night.
He reminds me of Don King. He reminds
me.
That's
what he was supposed to be. Yeah,
exactly,
that guy.
Exactly.
What's his name?
I don't remember, Dave. I don't remember the guy's name. You want me to look it up for you?
Yes.
Since we're all right, Dave, keep talking. I'm going to look it up. Okay.
I can't think of his name on the top of my head. If anybody knows out there, the guy from Rocky V, the guy that what was his name? I can't think
Washington
of his name.
Duke.
Duke Washington. That's right. Duke. That's right. Yes. That was him.
Duke Washington.
Oh my gosh, that guy.
Duke Washington. Yeah. Only in America.
No. It was George Washington Duke. That's what it was.
That's what it said. Yeah, George Washington.
George Washington Duke. That's what it was. Yeah. Okay.
Damn, Snake Jr.
That guy. Yeah.
All right, Dave. Before we get out of here, how about we let's say what we always say, brother.
Go boys, go.
You already know Sunday night. You better be ready. Dallas Cowboys kicking that Eagles ass. So, hey, Dave, I think we're going to do a post-game and pre-game show that day, correct?
I believe we are. That's correct.
All right, then. So make sure you stay tuned.
Well, unless you have a voice at the end of the night.
That's what happened last week. I apologize to all the viewers out there. Sometimes I get overreaction.
We're doing a post-game show. Can't talk. You're on your own, Dave.
I tell you what, Dave, I tell you what, I set up the stream and everything. I'm about to, click on. I drank some hot tea with the lemon, kicked everybody out of my house. I go upstairs and I'm about to get on like 30 minutes before. I'm like, welcome to Dave, I can't do it tonight. Why? I got
the text, Dave. I can't go. Why? I got no voice.
The funny thing is that's during a win too. Could you imagine a loss?
I can't even imagine a loss.
Yeah,
Amanda's screaming at me downstairs. Will you stop yelling? I'm just like, sorry.
That's the way I am. A couple of my friends come over to watch the game. They know, like, they're Eagles fans and one's a Pittsburgh fan. They know, like, if Dallas starts losing, Paul, I think my wife just called me. I got to go home. Yeah, see you later.
Well, here's the thing, though. I couldn't watch the game at my mom's house because she doesn't have Prime. So I didn't.
Oh, is that what it's on? Is that what it's on now?
It was the Thursday night game was on Amazon Prime. So. Okay. That's why I couldn't, like, my mom does not have Prime. Then Amanda says, well, you could have scanned it. I was like, well, I didn't realize that. I didn't think about that.
Well, hell, you should have told me. I would have put it on out of the box because I'm 10 seconds ahead of you.
You think? But the funny part was, usually I go on my mom's porch and I can scream all I want in there and nobody hears me. It doesn't matter. But, like, down here, I'm upstairs and Amanda goes, shut up. I'm like, okay, I'm cool. So, one of those things. So anyway,
I one time, Dave,
and then you come text me saying I have no voice for post game show. I'm like, great.
I don't know what it was. I mean, it was so close of a game; it could have gone both ways, and I was just like screaming, because I get into it. I'm like screaming, like, all right, come on, no, the check. Oh, come, are you serious? I get hyped up, Dave.
I know, I do too. I do too. I was,
but at least I'm not in the group chat telling you what's going on 10 seconds before it happens.
Thank God for that, because that drives me nuts.
I know it does. I told you, next year, Dave, what we're going to do is we're going to send you to a bar, okay? And you're going to have an earphone in your ear there. And even before the play happens, I'm like two plays ahead of you?
You're about play and a half out of me.
All right, so what I'm going to do is, like, you're going to be sitting there like, okay, it's 3rd and 11. Oh, Dave, they already got the first down. Hey, I got $5. They get a first down right here. Oh, we just lost. Oh, damn.
Twice.
That's what I'm going to do, Dave. I'm going to say, like, Dave, they're going to get the first down. You put up a $5 or $20 bill. Say they got the first down right here.
Yeah,
they're at the red zone. They're at the red zone. Paul, what do they do? Lamb just scored a touchdown. Hey, I got $50 on the Lamb scoring a touchdown right here. I
mean, it's cool that you do it, but I get to see the play afterwards. I'm like, okay, pretty cool. But
that's what. Yeah, I'd be pissed too. I'd be pissed.
It just takes the fun out of it, though.
It does. Especially when it's a pick. You know what I mean? Like a couple weeks ago, we had that pick. I'm like, it's game's over. It's over. We lost.
Yep.
All right, Dave. You ready to get out of here, man?
Yeah, let's get out of here, man.
All right. Hey, listen, my name is Paul Spencer. That is the showstopper, Dave. You're now. You're checked into the 215 boys. Cold, truthful, and ruthless every Wednesday night, 9:30 p.m. So make sure you tune into Out of the Box Sports Entertainment for notifications. And we will see you. Dan, we'll be back on tomorrow night with Rob Monty. So
exciting.
Until then, we'll see you later.
Go boys, go.
You already know.